So at this point,
Mm.
you would be meeting your husband. Does he have a name?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, he is meeting, or he is bringing a man with him,
Mm.
whose name is El Nur,
Okay.
and he is the person who actually secured this material.
Mm.
So he's coming to the city for the first time.
Mm.
Okay, so is this going to be over here so that you can then lead the materials to, I suppose, I don't think these are gates right here. They don't look
Maybe
like
they
gates.
are towers.
Though they're definitely towers overlooking things.
Yeah.
But we could say that right here, actually that looks like it may be a portal in,
Yeah. Okay.
right? So that actually could be the entry
Mhm.
point for bringing some goods, especially temple associated goods. In
Yeah.
fact, I will even say this area is where the Izok.
Okay.
I mean, so it's very convenient for you,
Yeah.
right, to get in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So that used to be like a holy pilgrim settling space for the
Mm.
sacred grove, but
Mm.
that was when all of that was outside the city,
Okay.
right? But long ago, it has become an ordinary neighborhood.
Yeah.
Since then. So you're going to be meeting your husband and this elder person, and you're going to be bringing in this pack train. I suspect that the animals would have to get peeled off
Yeah.
and put somewhere where animals are allowed.
Yeah.
You can't just have, pack animals roaming around the city. So, so that has to get arranged and
Yeah.
everything like that. Okay, so that's your situation. Now let's go for you. So you are here, and then you, on the other hand, are this architect.
I'm an architect. I'm Koversian.
Mm-hmm.
With a deep authority among foreigners.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to piece that together, what that could mean in the context and working indebted.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you could be doing something for the benefit or with the aid of foreign help, because basically this type of foreigner, whoever they are, likes you.
Yeah.
And respect what you have to say and are more law-abiding because of you, and so that is respected, right? So therefore you are busy. Now you also have a big career opportunity of some kind. And so in your case, a lot like you, it would involve building something.
Yeah.
So now building things for an architect could either be something, fairly fancy, or, and this is very common, public works and repair. It could just be a wall or a new, rerouting or repiping of a water system or sewer or something like that. I mean, it could be any number of these things. And it comes to my mind, if this makes sense for you, that in a particular quarter of the city where a lot of these foreigners might be, that the water system needs serious work, right? I mean, it's becoming a scandal, and therefore you have the job from somebody whose job it is to get this sort of thing done. You work for that person, and they are handing this to you because you get along with those people.
Yeah, I mean, I get the contract to work with them.
Right.
So
they figure there won't be a riot or some, some unseemly offense that is given to them or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm guessing something quite ordinary.
Okay.
And just work, I'm guessing water or some sort of infrastructure.
Right.
Could be anything.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. We are talking about where they are. There's some very interesting little, geographies around here in this map, if we wanted to play with that. you know what? I'm going to put you down here.
Mm-hmm.
Down here where the actual pilgrims come and stay. These would be people from far away who more or less regularly pilgrims show up. And they are in awe of being in the holy city, of course. And they also have opinions about the right way to do, their religion. And so they have their own like routines and things, which to you guys are. You just made that up. I realize that, right?
That's not real.
No, the saint so-and-so fought and died for this, and they're like, who? Right. So anyway, though, as you can imagine, what with the heavy use and stuff like that, this area, that used to be a major gate into the city, right there. And although it's not really a gate anymore, in fact, they call it the Great Gate. Oh, sorry, the High Gate, which is funny because it's way down low. But
compared
right now, yes. But it was called the High Gate, and it doesn't even close anymore. And a lot of like the area behind it or near it has been built up in such a way that what used to be walls, well, now they've been pierced or overbuilt. So, you just walk past the gate.
They are part of houses now.
Right, you can kind of look to your right and say, oh, look, top of an old gate, but the problem is that the materials are crap, right? I mean, that they were made thousands of years ago. And so I'm going to say that the High Gate is definitely in need of repair because the pilgrims seem to like it a lot.
It's tourism.
What
am I gonna do?
People are probably selling here, get the holy thingy, right? And then the governor's like, you stop that. That's not a holy thingy. You're just a con man. Get out of here. And the pilgrim's like, no, my holy thingy. I'll buy it. Right?
Maybe they have peeled some stones from it. So that's why it started to collapse because you can get part of the wall.
I think that makes a lot of sense. There's been just a little too much pilfering from the High Gate.
And they didn't start at the top either.
That's
they
right.
started at the bottom.
The High Gate won't be very high anymore if this keeps up. So you go and
we just fill it in with some.
Well, it has to be good though. That's the point. I mean, they've called you in because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know the right kind of thing, and so I'm going to say, just as a little contrast, because you're just beginning your work. You've probably been working on this for a while, but do you have hopes for this?
Maybe this is. I'm imagining like I'm hoping this to be maybe my last, not shit job, but the last one to prove that you can trust me with more responsibility. I mean, I've shown.
I thought
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
I think that makes sense, and I also just thought of a way where that makes even more sense. That if this basically improves the social situation at the High Gate, based on your decisions, that the people and like actually will be happier here, and maybe won't argue with with everybody the way they do, and that it may have like a positive social impact.
Yeah, maybe some social leverage there with the people behind me.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Maybe that's hoping for change with this.
Yeah, maybe they preserve a branch of Kovesian practice way far away. Your interest in religion is also eclectic, right?
And with a scholar.
And you're scholarly and doctrinal, right? So maybe you actually have a very strong connection with these foreigners and the way they do Kovesian stuff. You're interested in their documents, right? Their texts and things, and this is, and so you are really do a really good job at this game, right? For these, okay, so this makes sense. So it's let's see. So you are female and young, and so you've probably put some effort into making yourself understood and making sure that you're respected, in doing this. The gender perhaps is not as big an issue as it might look at first. Much more important would be your age, right? people are kind of like, you know, what an attractive young assistant you are. Where's your boss?
No, I'm the boss.
Exactly. So,
in my case, I do have a boss.
well, you do have that boss, but he's not the boss of this job.
No, that's true.
Okay.
Right. So now we are going to look at just some ordinary interactions and motion.
Sorry, are the people that come in to here, like
Yeah.
the tourists,
Yeah.
are they Covestian?
Well, they could be
Or
from
are
anywhere.
they-
They
okay,
could be
so
from
they are-
anywhere, all around the empire,
Yeah.
or
okay.
even beyond the
Yeah,
empire.
because
for people who are
there's-
amazed at the holy city. It's a wonder of the world, after all.
The city is holy for many types of
Yeah.
religions. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so well, you see in the new Neo-Covestian outlook,
Mm.
we're all members of the empire.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is true that the religions are historically connected.
Yeah.
But you try telling, you know, a Wahhab Muslim and a Mormon American that their religions are connected.
Yeah.
You can show them charts and things, and they're not going to have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So,
Mm.
let's see here. Okay. We're kind of going to go by days at the moment. We're going to use a time limit of a day, and then we might drop down. At the moment, you're conducting your ordinary life and things like that. And the way that the system works is that as long as you are according with your authority and your reputation, which means you're doing what people expect in the way that they come to think you do it,
Mm.
that you actually, you actually don't really need dice for that.
Mm.
That's actually, you're not really facing any conflicts. You're
Okay.
doing what people expect, and even if you make decisions, they came to you for those decisions.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with some people who are concerned about costs, and you're dealing with the logistics of some pretty heavy,
Yeah.
some pretty heavy things. You probably need to organize some laborers,
Yeah.
some people who can
And
carry
also the
things properly.
animals and
Yeah,
everything.
and get them properly
Yeah.
put away and
Mm.
stuff like that.
Mm.
And you're not the only person doing this at this time of day, so that means there are probably other people who are
Yeah.
in your way.
Yeah.
And you are actually over there, checking out how this gate is coming along and probably giving directions and, talking to people coming up. There's foreigners there, and some of them, let's just say a bunch of them are there, and they feel very strongly that each one has their holy staff, their walking staff, that they have personally carved and have walked all these many kilometers to get here, and so you're basically talking to a bunch of people, all of whom are inexplicably holding sticks.
And they're talking to me, and you're
Right.
like, yeah, great, yeah, sure.
Exactly.
I'm kind of busy.
And so, let's see here. So, if you're going to just stick with the expectations, then we don't have to roll much right now.
Okay.
But I'm going to say that since these are very, very important things and they're a little bit tricky and have their issues, you're going to be receiving pushback on your proposed materials and your and especially it suddenly occurs to me, Orthodox Almism. It's kind of up to you what odd aspect of the religion. Why don't you tell me now? What's the imagery or the content of sort of your quirk?
Did
Same
we
thing
have-
for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did it say about the?
The religion in general.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to have a picture of.
Absolutely. This is mostly sort of describing it physically, this little section here.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Think of it as a very long history with many different cultural phases, so that there is a huge layer of documentation and different kinds of, and everyone claims that it all makes sense in some kind of grand design,
Okay.
but it has gotten a little out of hand. And now, since it hasn't been in power for a couple of centuries at least, it's a little settled into its ways. As far as content,
I have a question.
Yeah.
This sort of architecture or I guess city or lack of city planning kind of reminds me of the stuff like ancient Rome and things.
Sure,
And how
yeah.
even during the Romans they would dig and find
stuff.
even older.
Right.
So could you say you dug down? Could you find old Covesian things?
Right.
Like archaeology.
This would predate the Covesian phase, but you could find some addition that you are either going to remove or perhaps modify that. So it wouldn't be original, it wouldn't be really old. It would be sort of mid-level age, but it would be, but you could, yeah. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So you're running into that.
I'm maybe running into it, but I'm thinking more the interest.
Right.
Old architecture and not sort of the lost things. Because the Covesian, that's not... The Covesian and Neo-Covesian are different, right?
Right.
The Covesian is older.
Right. And was much more radical and reformist and ended up, think of it as sort of a not very popular or the era is marked by civil wars and disputes over doctrine and stuff like that when they were in charge.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say like history.
Yeah.
Just jumping off something that stood, since it's trying to collect a lot of different myths and spirits. So I thought maybe there's like spirits that could help people. So maybe they stuck for some old, half-obscured, like light spirit that's tended to maybe help guide a person through life or something.
Oh, okay, sure.
A very good thing, but very
right.
super obscure.
And you
it's
seem
like,
to have made it a major... What's that thing up there on the left?
Yeah.
What's that?
A little ghost
Right.
in the corner.
Almost like, since it's artisan, and so maybe it's a lot of stone structure and sculptures to be able to play with this light and shadows to get this guiding. So so it will be super nice. You just need to have the light there.
Right. If you put it in this part of that place, then at the proper most of the day, it will be actually a shining piece, right, of this thing.
So I think it's the trying to convince someone that doesn't have this 3D. Wait, how will this work?
And not only that, it's a little bit of it's not that smooth blend that the Neo-Covesians like, right?
Yeah.
They want their stuff to be it's all one sort of vague religion to them, right?
So
you're being a little specific here.
So I think maybe it's a argument backwards and forwards. So
a little bit,
This is just like a negotiation. Backwards and forwards, like
what you're talking
if you
about,
really don't want that.
And what's your reputation?
My reputation, formal authority.
Below that.
Generously, mildly dominating.
Right.
Clearly fitting into the role, all right.
Yeah, that's the role of this young, artisan.
Yeah.
No, sorry, the role of the debt holder.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fitting into the role of the debt holder. You're handling that side, the family aspects of things, really well.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Whereas here, you are generous and you get your way that way.
Yes,
So
I think it's a bit of a give and take. You see that, they really would look a lot better with all of these intricate decorations, but the important part is the light path.
Right.
So, sure, we can remove that part and thinking I can fix that so I can add it later.
Right.
So maybe just planning a...
It looks like you're giving a lot.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
To make their concerns go
And
away.
how about you? And what's going on with Dennis in this situation? Thinking about the way that you get your way and the fact that there's a lot of people in the way.
Yeah.
That you are pleasant, a little bit guarded.
Mm.
So perhaps someone else's train of mules is getting in the way of your
Yeah.
train of mules in this
Yeah.
area, and everybody's impatient, and this Elnur guy is new to this whole situation and is a little overwhelmed at the holy city.
Yeah, I've been thinking
So
a little
there's-
bit. Could it be that the thing I'm transporting is kind of like people are noticing it? Like if it's a little bit different, that it's getting a little bit of attention, and that could be maybe something that was that is making it harder. That people are like, oh, what is this? Because it's so different.
Right. So maybe somebody, and also it's a lot,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're not just bringing in one wagon.
Yeah.
You're taking in a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
so now, perhaps other people are getting really interested in
Yeah.
this, and a little handsy about it.
Yeah, and
Right.
maybe it can be that I am a bit not frustrated, but that it's starting to be a little bit of a situation where people are trying to maybe touch it and wondering things, and so maybe that could be like the situation that I'm in.
Sure. So
Am I-
how are you handling this?
A little bit stressed, maybe, that I'm thinking maybe I should meet someone that, like, I'm supposed to meet someone and we're
Right.
who
To
is going
hand
to-
off the
yeah.
animals or something. Right.
and maybe that's I'm stressed too, because obviously you can't really call them, right?
Right.
So it's like maybe that's my mission, to try to get the structure of everything and
Sure.
trying to get to that
I'm kind of
person.
interested in the way that your character is handling this socially. If
Yeah.
you're going by the habits that you have,
Mhm.
you would be pretty nice
Yeah.
about the whole thing and
Yeah.
not really giving away much information.
Mm.
So how does that work for you? You're dealing with this new guy, you're dealing with your contact who's going to be taking the animals away.
Yeah.
You are probably organizing the guys who are going to actually carry this stuff.
Mm.
And you need to, of course, notify whoever is receiving it
Yeah.
over here that it's here,
Yeah.
right? So that's a lot of management,
Mm.
high maintenance. So the question is whether you're going to just stay with, if you just kind of stay with the way you ordinarily do things, there is no conflict, there is no.
Yeah, I think I'm quite competent, so maybe I can handle the situation, but it's a bit stressful. But I find the person and everything's like, yeah, I don't know, but I understand that it's gonna be a bit difficult because people are looking
Right.
and seeing it,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I think it's going quite well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you have discovered some, there's a crunch, right? And it's like, oh, there's a cavity here. Looks like there's an old shrine that got, covered up.
I will go just
Mhm.
move out.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hold on. Don't dig yet.
Mhm.
Uh,
And remember, you're good at being humorous,
Yeah.
right? Too, right?
Because don't destroy it yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got a little joke, but I'm also stressed.
Mm.
Don't touch it.
Right. Well, you're scholarly and doctrinal. You will
Yeah.
immediately recognize that if you are to proceed as planned,
Mm.
you're going to be destroying this old shrine. And frankly, architecturally, maybe it's not doing a very good job exactly where it is.
Mm.
So,
Well, this is putting a wrench in things.
mhm.
Can I see? Can I identify it immediately? What it belongs to?
Yeah, well, given your background, yes. given your traits. You're that kind of guy.
Yeah, so I see it. And what is it? Is it
Well, the way I see it is that there used to be some steps that actually proceeded up behind the high gate onto that little hillside there, onto the next elevation. And that they had built a place of meditative personal stopping, because Kovescian's all about you and your relationship with the divine without a bunch of priests and stuff in the way. And so very pure, very stern, right, kind of stuff. And so that would be a place where you would go, and you would be, even if there was a huge crowd around, as long as you stood there, you would be alone. And you get to clear your mind and, get in touch with your destiny and stuff like that.
And this was the old.
Yeah, this might have been the first
gate of
the first place, the first little shrine of this kind.
That's pretty big.
Right.
And
right.
I recognize this.
Yeah. It's at least 500 years old.
I would call out to whoever was responsible under me.
Right.
I would call them over, and I would ask them, like, is there a way to move this? Can we break this free?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it feels wrong to touch it, but
can we actually
can we take it to a place where it will be seen and maybe used again? Because here it's no good,
Right. So this is actually, as you say, kind of changing up the plan a little bit. And so what you're going to have to do is work with your charm. I'm not being very organized. Just one moment while I capture my... no, here we are. Perfect. Okay. When it's about getting others to do what you want, when it goes off the rails regarding ordinary use, right? So this is a good example, right, of actually, well, I'm going to do it differently from the way you said. Or if you were handling it differently from being humorous, or if you anything where you're kind of going off of it, or doing things that your authority doesn't cover.
Off the
for
books,
example.
you could
Right.
say off the page.
Yeah. When you do that, you are staying with your authority, but a little bit of off expectations, making unusual suggestions or arrangements. Right? Yeah, this is not arguing against someone else's charm. It's not like they want something else. They're just, hey, this is different. Right? It's not, they don't have an agenda in this. So therefore it's easy. 2 dice, add your charm, and you want any circumstance in which profession, traits, and status do not apply, none of those things apply, 1d6.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
So you're trying to hit your 12, but you have a high charm.
I have a 6 in charm.
Right.
5. Vad blir det? 11.
Oh, okay. Sadly, you're getting a lot of pushback about this.
Oh, man.
Right. Yeah. This is going to double the time. My wife called, or whatever. Right? Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like everybody has an excuse.
Yeah. Come on, man. People, please. This is big. This is pretty cool stuff.
So right when you're in the middle of having this discussion, and right when you're in the middle of saying, "Get that wretched animal's nose out of our wagons," right, or something like that, right? Yeah. And right when you are saying, "Oh, of course, it can be handled much more smoothly over here, just as you suggest."
Yeah.
Just as you suggest, right? And you're dealing with Sevda. Sevda is the Neo-Kovescian official who's kind of in charge of maintaining this area. She's your contact for getting this done, right? And as with all the Neo-Kovescians, in official business, she's wearing a hat that's like a very simple peaked hat, right? Very modest.
Yeah.
And is definitely wearing nicer clothes than you are.
Yep.
Right. So, okay. So you're having these interactions, and at this moment, all of you are going to have an experience that's a little bit different.